What's up guys, it's Victor here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be making a review of last week's trades and also sharing my weekly outlook with you all, so stay tuned. In last week's video I made a comment, or I made a review of my position on EURUSD and also stated what I was planning to do if I saw some kind of indication. Last week I did an analysis on EURUSD stating that price was overall in a consistent uptrend, making higher highs and higher lows, but we saw that the bulls were unable to break past this resistance and continue. They did it once, but then the bears came in and broke below the resistance, creating a break of market structure. So right here market structure was broken. Price couldn't find a new high above this previous high, so it broke below and created a lower high. After creating a lower high, created a lower low, created another lower high. Now in last week's video my positions were here because obviously I was looking to ride the wave all the way down to this zone, because price has rejected this zone, or price had rejected this zone and shown some kind of bearish indication, indicating bearish pressure. So last 2 weeks my positions were around here and I was looking for price to go all the way down, but immediately market opened, price came down a little bit, about 30% in profit, and then price rallied all the way up past my entry and stopped me out for a 1% loss. Now when price stopped me out for a 1% loss at this zone, now my bias changed from shorts to longs. What it means is that I stopped looking for short entries. I was now looking to buy EURUSD, but obviously my overall outlook was still to go short because of what I explained previously about EURUSD breaking market structure. Now here in the group, my Telegram channel, which I'm going to be leaving the link in the description, when price retraced all the way back into this zone, I looked for, or I was patient waiting for bullish rejections at this zone. Now price created some bullish rejections and I entered this trade at this zone. Now it ranged a little bit, but the next day price hit my take profit because my take profit was at this zone. I didn't want to risk it because I knew that for some reason the sellers were still going to come back in. So right here I closed the trade at 1.21985. now price continued to range and all that stuff, but then on Friday, if you look on the 4-hour time frame, after all this ranging movement, price finally created a bearish engulfing candle at this zone. Now once price closed below this zone with the bearish engulfing candle, I knew that it was time to sell, so I also took a sell position from this zone, and then TP was smashed in less than 8 hours. So that's how my week went on EURUSD. Now I'm going to be doing a weekly outlook of all the pairs I have on my watch list. These are all the pairs I have on my watch list, and I'll be looking to take trades if any of the pairs set up properly. So first of all, we have AUD CAD. AUD CAD has been in a strong downtrend. So obviously what I'm looking for is for price to make a retracement all the way into this zone. If price gets into this zone, then I'll look to short from this zone right here, this zone up here. Now we'll go to AUD CHF. AUD CHF has also been in a strong downtrend. Now price broke this zone last I think last 3 weeks and tested it here with a bearish engulfing candle at this zone. Now this would have been, this right here, this bearish engulfing candle right here would have been my entry, but obviously I did not take this trade. Now on AUDJPY, we have price being in a strong uptrend, but looking at market structure at this pair, we can see that price may want or price has kind of started or will want to establish a new downtrend. So next week we'll validate our opinion. Next week, what I'm looking to do on AUDJPY is to see if this support zone will hold. Now, if this support zone holds, by holding I mean I want to see some bullish indication at this zone. If this support zone holds, then I'll be looking to long this pair to 85.000. But alternatively, or if the opposite happens and this support zone gets broken, then clearly I'll be looking for a retracement back into the zone to find resistance, and then my final target will be around this next support zone. You see how I do it and keep it very simple, just trading it from zone to zone, because in my 2 years of experience in the forex market, what I've got to understand is that this market reacts to support and resistance zone, that is supply and demand zones. Now, the three key things you need to know whenever you are analyzing any pair is just know the trend. First of all, you have to understand market structure. Understand what is a higher high, a higher low, what is a lower high, a lower low. Understand market structure. Then you need to understand how to identify a trend. You need to know how to identify a trend. When you identify a trend, then you mark out your key levels of support and resistance, your supply and demand zones, because it is at these zones that price picks up volatility to make a move, whether to the upside or downside. When price comes to a support, what it's basically doing there is that at this zone, price is collecting orders, buy orders at the support zone, and if enough orders are collected, then price will surely move up. Now on AUD not much on this pair. Last week I was looking to short this pair right here if I saw a bearish closure below, but it didn't happen. So obviously this pair is kind of looking a little bit not too understandable right now. But if price comes into this zone and shows some bearish rejection, then I'll look to short this zone. But I'll keep in mind that this resistance is still here and can still act as support here. So the only thing is to be careful and then take only the trades with high probability. Then AUD/USD, what I'm looking to do is to let price come all the way down here to this support, and I'll look to go long. CAD/JPY, not much on this pair. If price gets into the support zone and shows bullish indication or bullish rejection, I'll look to long it. CHF/JPY, we saw that price was in a consistent uptrend, a massive uptrend around this zone. Now, when price broke the uptrend structure, I thought that we are going to continue downwards, but no, price tapped into the support zone and moved all the way up, came back to the resistance and started to fall. So what I'm going to be looking to do is, if price can push all the way down into the support zone, at this zone I'll be looking for bullish indications to go long. That's for CHF/JPY. For EURUSD, nothing on this pair so far. For GBP/JPY, let me move down to the 1 hour time frame. On GBP/JPY, you can see that price broke this zone, this resistance zone here, tested it. Now last week on the Telegram channel, which I'm going to be moving to in a little while, I called out this trade after price closed a very strong bullish engulfing candle at this zone. Now our first take profit was hit at this zone, then price rallied up the next day and came and stopped us out at break even. Now price has come all the way back to that zone and it started to show some bullish indications. So at this zone, when market opens, if this bullish momentum holds, I'll be looking to long GBP JPY, because obviously it has kind of formed an inverse head and shoulder, where we have the left head here, the right head, and then the head and then the right shoulder. Sorry, the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. So that's for GJ. For Euro AUD, nothing on this pair for me. For Euro CHF, last week I was looking for price to retrace all the way back into the zone for me to take a short position, but that never happened. So if we move into the 4-hour time frame, that might still happen, but then moving into the daily time frame, we can see that we have a strong zone that acted as resistance here. Now over the weeks and months, price broke this resistance zone, and all this rally to the downside might just seem to be a mere retracement. Now if price gets into this zone by next week, I'll be looking for bullish indications at this zone. If price starts to show strong bullish indications at this zone, then I'll be looking to enter a swing position, a swing long position to the upside. For GBP AUD, nothing on this pair so far. For GBP CAD, GBP CAD, nothing on this pair for me. It's just so choppy. On GBP CHF, nothing on this pair till we see clear trends. On GBP USD has been consolidating for a very long time, so I'm just staying out till we see a clear trend. On NZD JPY, clearly price is still in an uptrend, but due to market structure that we are seeing right here, just as all the NZD pairs are playing out too, a new downtrend might come into establishment, but we just have to wait for more progressive moves to know if it will continue. Now alternatively, what I'm looking to do is, if price gets into the support zone and shows some bullish indication, I'll be looking to long from this zone right here. Now on NZD USD, nothing much for me on NU right now. On USD CAD, I took this trade after this strong bullish rejection candle at this zone. I took this trade to the upside and I closed it. I closed at this zone, this next resistance zone right here. On USD CHF, nothing for me on this pair, but if market opens and price retraces all the way back to this zone and shows some strong indication, I'm looking to go long from that zone. On USD JPY, nothing for me on this pair. On GBP NZD, actually we took this trade in the Telegram channel last week. We saw how price broke this resistance zone, came back, tested it, found support with some strong bullish engulfing candles at this zone. Now I called out this trade in the Telegram channel. Let's go to the Telegram channel, so I'll show you where the trade was called out and how it later played out. So first of all, this was the EU trade. This was the EU trade when I was taking the long position right here. You can see my entries, and then the next day the take profit was hit. Now I also called out GBP NZD right here. I said buy GBP NZD. This was when I was starting to see some strong bullish indications at that zone, meaning that price had found support. So we took this trade right here and it smashed take profit at the end of the week though. Then we also took Euro NZD. You can see my entries. If you look closely, you see my buy entries. I was looking to long Euro NZD. We also took that trade. This was the EU from last week. Right here I updated that it didn't work out. Now I also took GBP JPY. As I said, we moved into some profit, but price later stopped us out. Now this was our gains, like it was mad. On Wednesday last week we were up about 11%. Then on gold, we took another long position, just a short scalp, and we closed it at 2 hours. This was when Euro NZD hit take profit. This was when GBP NZD hit take profit. So I'll be leaving the link to this group down in the description box. So if you want to join is absolutely free. I don't ask for any money to join this group. Now on the S&P 500, right here, I'm looking to, I don't know really. There's nothing for me on this indices right now. There's nothing for me here. So on the Nasdaq 100, nothing for me here too. Although I think last 3 weeks we took a banger on this pair in the channel. When price broke this resistance zone, came back, tested, showed some strong bullish indications. We took this trade. Our first TP was hit at this zone, second TP at this zone. It was a mad trade. So this is my outlook for the coming trading week, and also a review of last week's trade. Last week was absolutely mental. Like, we had nice trades and we closed about 11%, or even after all trades were closed was about 15% last week. You can see all the live data. I showed you how we took the trades. So if you want to be a part of my community, just click the link in the description below and join the Telegram group. Forex doesn't have to be so hard. Yes, it's kind of, a lot of people complicate it. I'm not the biggest forex trader out there, but I can assure you that I understand what I'm doing, and you can see it as well. So if you want to join the group, click the link in the description below and join the Telegram, and see you next week. Peace out.